The scale in Homeworld 3 is very tremendous. And we're not just talking about megaliths and giant spheres in space, but about what the Homeworld 3 generally will look like compared to its predecessors. In an interview to Eurogamer, Rob Cunningham, CEO at Blackbird Interactive, blurted that when they made Homeworld 1, the big deal to them at the time was this thing was in 3D and it was in empty space. But when they switched from Homeworld 1 to Homeworld 2, it was awesome that they got this space combat, and it's 3D and high fives all round. But what sucks about it? And what would make it awesome? The only thing missing in the Homeworld 1 empty space was terrain, to make strategic decision-making more interesting. So, what would the cosmic landscape in Homeworld 2 have to look like? Both in context, in terms of narrative, and physically? How big should it be made? It was the year 2001. It immediately became clear that at that time it was impossible, no computer could cope with the level of geometry. You don't just want giant cubes or spheres. It's got to be cool-looking geometry that agrees to the level of detail of the ships. So, that was just absolutely impossible. And they made a Homeworld 2 that actually was possible, which was essentially an upgrade of Homeworld 1. More than 20 years have passed. Now Blackbird Interactive is a completely different studio than then. In interview, Rob Cunningham said that now the studio employs over 300 people. They got 6 projects on the go, some of which are their own IP, some of which are with partners. But 25 years ago, approximately, at the beginning it started in Rob's garage, and the computers at the time couldn't handle the grand idea of using space debris as cover to hide, fly through, sneak through, use it as a stage set with which you can play your opponents. But now, with the interactive scenery, you can zoom right into colossal wrecks as well, into destroyed cross-sections the size of skyscrapers, and see person-sized detail there. Murals sprayed onto walls, twisted girders, and more. Lance Mueller, design lead, and the design team have done an incredible job. Moving the ships of the fleet has become very easy. The design team for Homeworld 3 created a cursor that can move across the terrain wherever you're pointing it, and you can see exactly where the move order is going to be executed. So, if you're looking to take cover behind an object, you don't have to faff around with keys, trying to bring up graphical interface. You can just literally click on the bit and make micro adjustments in real time to exactly where you want them to be. Now with a mouse click, you can order your ships to take cover, or you can send them into the trenches. Give them a command to run through it, and then get out of it and attack the enemy. At least 40 people work on Homeworld 3 permanently, and the writer, our original writer from Homeworld 1 and Cataclysm, Martin Cirilis. The game will offer a single-player campaign with a grand story, multiplayer, fully 3D space, and new co-op roguelike mode. In him 2 people will be able to take on scenario after scenario and see how far they can get. Homeworld is back. And it will be James Webb era 3D space strategy. Tremendous and uniquely and unparalleled.